we had some very warm temperatures across the state. We've cooled down now, and we're going to cool down further. I'll tell you more about that later on.
Plus, first-timer Joey Krastel is in the studio for your national forecast. Stay tuned. This October 15th edition of Size Eyes in the Sky starts right now.
Yeah.
It's Wednesday night on ISU TV, broadcasting live from Ames, Iowa.
Okay.
This is Size Eyes on the Skies. ISU TV's longest-running television program brings you the weather from around the country to the heart of Iowa. The ISU Meteorology Department team of forecasters keep you ahead of the storm. From Iowa's most trusted weather team, this is Size Eyes on the Skies.
Welcome back to Size Eyes in the Skies. I'm joined now by Jaret. And Jaret, it's your your 1 year anniversary, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
That's
1 year
awesome.
going today.
That's quite incredible. I know, the time just goes by fast.
It really does. And I wouldn't have known it if I wouldn't have looked at Facebook this morning and it told me.
That's the beautiful thing about Facebook these days. Social media, you don't really have to remember things. Everything's just there.
Yeah, exactly.
But those winds really picked up tonight. I know it was pretty calm in the morning, and then I went out for a field trip for my hydrology class, and we were getting blown away out there.
Oh yeah, definitely. We had some really high winds going on in the afternoon, and that really pushed our temperatures up near 70 degrees. Right now we're sitting in the mid-50s in Ames, and across the state we have kind of a tight gradient. We got 51 in Mason City and 61 down here in Des Moines and Council Bluffs. But tomorrow we're going to cool down quite a bit. You can see the low's going to be below 37. We're not going to quite reach freezing, but we're going to be pretty cold for the start to the day. And we're not going to warm up a whole lot either. We're going to only reach the low 50s, so it's going to feel a whole lot cooler after how warm we got today. And you can see most of the upper Midwest is seeing these conditions. We have a whole lot of freeze warnings in place. Nothing right now for central Iowa. We're going to be good, and Joey will tell you more about this later on. But we've got the almanac, and 69 was our high today, and the low was 40. We're going to reach colder than that tonight.
And now it's time for tonight's weather story. On this date in weather history, a strong low pressure system produced severe weather across central and southeastern Iowa, and an amazing early season blizzard in northern and northwestern portions of the state from October 15th through October 16th. Hail was the size of walnuts and lasted about half an hour and was quite destructive, according to an observer. That night, snow commenced, producing drifts 10 to 15 feet deep. This was followed by unseasonably cold temps and an even worse winter that halted farmers from husking the corn until the very next spring. Joey, I hope our winter is not that bad, but we do have some frost advisories out there right now.
Yeah, oh, okay. Yeah, we have a couple, we have some cold air coming down in the northern plains, but relatively rather quiet across the country, but we'll have more on that after the break.
And welcome back. We now have Joey with your national weather.
Hey everybody, yeah, it's, we do have some highs in the 50s up in Minneapolis. Dallas coming in at 88. Still pretty hot for this time of year down in Phoenix. As we cross up into the As we zoom into the northeast, New York coming in at 61, Syracuse cloudy at 58, Cincinnati over pretty warm for this time of year at 60. It's not Little Rock coming in at 85, Dallas at 88, fairly warm for this part of the area. Great sunshine today. As we zoom over to the desert southwest, again, Phoenix at 93, Las Vegas at 86. We did have some pretty strong thunderstorms at Santa Monica today. Seattle, cloudy at 66, with the interior Pacific Northwest at 53 in Billings, rather cool. As we go into the central part of the country, 61 in Des Moines, cloudy and 64 in Kansas City. Pierre coming in at 54. We're watching as cold air comes down in that part of the country tonight with some freeze watches and warnings, but we'll go over that later. Today's highs in Dallas, mid-90s, wow. 96 in Phoenix, and here comes that cold with only 61 in Minneapolis. As we look across the country with the radar, here's that cold front that is bringing in the colder temperatures for Iowa and parts of the Dakotas. But as we go down here into in the desert Southwest, here's a low pressure system that has kind of been sitting there for a couple days, bringing much needed rainfall to the area. It did have some thunderstorms popping up with rather severe and flash flood warnings for the mountains. As we zoom out, here's your severe thunderstorm warnings and flash flood warnings for parts of Utah. But here's the big story really, is the large area of freeze warnings. These are frost advisories, and over here we actually have some freeze watches. As temperatures tonight and into the next couple days may drop below freezing, maybe up mid to low 20s up in North Dakota, western Minnesota, sorry. As we look into the futurecast, going through the night tonight, just that area of low pressure spinning off California. But other than that, it's rather quiet, a couple clouds across the northern tier of the country. Seattle and San Francisco look like they might be getting some rainfall, which is what they need. Highs tomorrow, a little cooler for Phoenix area, only 50 up in Minneapolis. Here's that dig of the trough of cooler air coming in from Canada. 62 up in Seattle, and Miami coming in at a balmy 84. As we look at, here's our weather spot for today, is Tulsa, Oklahoma. Rather nice for this time of year, is 81 on Monday, but other than that, 70s Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Tuesday. We hit a cool down Wednesday and Thursday with a couple clouds and chances of rainfall. Kick up early next week. And over to Brandon.
Thanks, Joey. Now let's take a quick look at tonight's trivia question. After photosynthesis stops, what substance trapped in maple leaves turns a red color in response to cooler air and shorter days? Is it A, chlorophyll, B, glucose, C, carbon dioxide, or D, tannin? Kind of a more science-heavy question for you tonight. We're going to send it over to Jaret with a tease for the Iowa weather.
Yeah, you can see we've got clouds clearing, and that's going to pave the way for a very cool night. I'll tell you more about that after the break. Welcome back. We had a pretty warm day today. We're at 56 degrees now, and you see that clear skies indicating we're going to drop pretty cool tonight. And look at that dew point, 26 degrees. It is very dry out there. We're going to see those clear skies sticking around. We haven't had much rain for quite a while, and it's not anywhere in sight. So if you're wanting some rain, you're going to be disappointed by my forecast. I'm sorry. But we've got the first frost is coming up pretty soon. So stay tuned. It's coming up. And the wind we saw today, it's not going anywhere either. It's going to be quite windy. Going to have a pretty stagnant forecast for you, but I'll make it interesting for you. Right now we're at 54 degrees in Waterloo, 51 in Mason City, 56 Sioux City, and 61 still in Des Moines. So pretty cool now, and you can see northwest winds across the entire state bringing in much cooler air. That's going to impact our next few days. Right now you can see pretty clear across the entire state. We had some clouds that were in and out of the area through the day, but we've really cleared out right now. There's still some clouds across over the Great Lakes and over Missouri. They've got some rain over here. But look at how clear it is. Joey was telling you about those freeze warnings. They're really going to drop down tonight in that area. But here, we're really not going to have to worry about it too bad. It's going to be a cool night for sure. But we're going to stay out of the zone where they've got the freeze advisories over here and the freeze warnings up here. So we're going to stay right in the middle and be all right tonight. But that's not going to be the case as we move forward into the weekend. You can see this high dropping in. It's bringing that cool air into the area. And in the northern plains, they're going to see that tonight. We're going to get in on that tomorrow night. Tomorrow, we're going to be partly cloudy, but we're going to see very cool temperatures, and it's going to get even worse as we head into our night. We're going to be lucky to have some cloud cover that's actually going to keep us a little warmer than we actually could be, and we're going to be below freezing for our Friday night for the first time this year. Lows tonight, we're looking in the low to mid-30s through the entire state. And you can see over in Sioux City, they're going to be below freezing tonight. Tomorrow highs, look at how cool these highs are. 48 in Mason City, 52 in Davenport, but they're going to be a little bit warmer. They'll recover nicely over in Sioux City and Council Bluffs, getting near 60 degrees. Tonight, 35 degrees in Ames. Clear skies, we're going to get near freezing, but not quite reach it with that wind sticking around. Going to be northwest wind continuing tomorrow. 51, it's going to be sunny, but it's going to be cool. We've got a game this weekend at Jack Trice. It's against TCU. It's going to be a pretty tough game for the Cyclones, but the weather's not going to do them any favors either. It's going to be pretty cool, 47 degrees. So that's a game time at 6 p.m. It's going to be cool and cooling off during the game. So bring a blanket and a jacket to the stadium. Looking at the period, we've got that 29 degrees for us on Friday night. It's going to be very cool. And we'll warm up slightly as we move into the week. 71 on Monday, so warming up nicely, but we're going to be in that fall pattern of alternating temperatures.
Thanks for that, Jared. Now let's take another look at tonight's trivia question. After photosynthesis stops, what substance trapped in maple leaves turns a red color in response to cooler air and shorter days? Is it A, chlorophyll, B, glucose, C, carbon dioxide, or D, tannin? I honestly have no idea on this one. Earlier I guessed glucose, but
You know, I've always heard when you're in doubt, say C, so I'm just gonna go with C, just because.
Let's find out what that answer is for you guys. And it is B, which was glucose, I believe.
Yeah.
See.
I always
passed
get
my
these
science
wrong.
quiz.
One of these days, I'm gonna get one of these questions right.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
But going back to that game time forecast, maybe
Yes.
that cooler weather will help the Cyclones actually do good for once.
Yeah, it's possible. You know, TCU is more. They're from Texas. They're used to warmer weather, so they might get iced a little bit by having the cooler weather there.
Yeah, we definitely need all the favors we can get against number 3 ranked TCU. But you know, I've been enjoying this lack of frost and colder temperatures, but it looks like those are on the way.
You know, it was really inevitable that we were going to get it. So.
Yeah, the probabilities were what, 90%, I believe, for this time of year having them. So you know, it's going to happen at some point. Unfortunately, it's coming soon.
With
Yes.
that big batch of freeze warnings and advisories, it's on the way.
Yep.
Yeah.
And poor North Dakota and Minnesota, where all those freeze warnings were, they're experiencing that tonight. So
Yeah, we're lucky we're not going to have that tonight. It's going to come close, but not quite to central Iowa.
all right, well, that concludes our show for tonight. Please be sure to follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. You can find every show online at YouTube under our account Size Eyes. Thank you for joining us tonight, and we'll see you again next week.